War-themed open-world games are evolving with larger battlefields, deeper survival systems, and more immersive combat scenarios. These upcoming titles focus on large-scale conflicts, freedom of exploration, and dynamic worlds shaped by war and player decisions. Let's get into it! Tides of Annihilation is a fantasy action-adventure where players control Gwendolyn in a ruined modern London after an invasion from another realm transforms the city and its inhabitants. Combat uses spectral knights inspired by Arthurian legend, with each knight providing different abilities and cooperative attacks during battles. Players can build their own knight order, fight large groups of enemies, and battle colossal knights by climbing their massive bodies and entering structures hidden inside them. The War of the Worlds Siberia is an action-adventure game set in an alternate 1896 during a Martian invasion across the Russian Empire. Players follow a young student, escaping both the law and invading forces while traveling through ruined cities, mountains, and taiga regions. Gameplay includes survival mechanics, puzzle solving, fistfights, and combat using period weapons such as revolvers, rifles, muzzle-loading guns, and explosives. Players will also face chases, hostile enemies, and large Martian tripod machines.
Лишь бы подальше от обреченных и разграбляемых городов.
Здесь ни документов обещанных, ни продовольствия, все выгреб.
Куда же идти предлагаете?
В Сибирь.
Воцарился хаос. Итак, господин нигилист, почему вы столь настойчивы в своем стремлении убить меня?
Моя семья умерла с голоду, пока ваша плясала на балах. Мы мечтали уничтожить старый мир, и он был уничтожен, только не нами.
Proudly presents the latest all-new entry to the Onimusha swordplay action series.
Onimusha Way of the Sword is an action game set in Edo-era Kyoto after the city becomes covered by dangerous clouds of malice. Players control a samurai carrying the Oni Gauntlet, a mystical artifact used to fight monsters known as Genma. Gameplay revolves around sword combat across dark fantasy battlefields filled with enemies from the underworld. Players will travel through different areas of Kyoto, battle large groups of enemies, and uncover mysteries connected to the spreading corruption.
Musashi set out on his journey with a simple goal: master the sword and stand peerless above all swordsmen. But the Genma had other plans. Musashi is struck down, but finds himself revived with an Oni Gauntlet on his arm. Now, Musashi has a new goal: rise up against the monstrous Genma ravaging the land, and carve himself a new fate. But his path is not a lonesome one. A vibrant cast of allies awaits.
Musashi!
And his old rival, Sasaki Ganryu, stands firmly in his way. With blade in hand and fate in the balance, will Musashi's bloody battles against formidable foes deliver him hope or despair? Kyoto's history is abound with many strange tales and unsettling mysteries. And you can experience strands of these hidden legends woven throughout the story. Feel the ring of steel on steel, intense duels. Reduce enemies to pieces with a devastating Isen. Parry and deflect attacks with well-timed blocks to turn the tide of battle in your favor. And, of course, absorb souls with the Oni Gauntlet to recover health or ready powerful abilities. Moving from one bloody and desperate battle to the next, Musashi searches for his reason to fight. What answers will he find at the end of his blade? Miyamoto Musashi walks the perilous path of the Onimusha. And on it, a new legend will be forged.
Simon, doesn't do me. You come.
Silent Hill Townfall is a first-person psychological horror game set on the fog-covered island town of St. Amelia in Scotland during 1996. Players control Simon Ordell as he searches the abandoned town and uncovers fragments connected to his past. Gameplay combines tense evasion, limited combat, and puzzle solving while using a handheld CRTV device to detect unstable signals and hidden threats. Players can use melee weapons and firearms, though survival relies heavily on stealth and careful movement.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different. I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Black Myth Zhong is a single-player action role-playing game inspired by the Chinese folklore figure Zhong, known as a ghost-catching god wandering between hell and earth. Players will control Zhong in combat against supernatural enemies while moving through a dark fantasy setting connected to Chinese mythology. The game is being developed by Game Science as a second entry in the Black Myth series. Current details remain limited, with the project still in early development for PC and consoles.
When we found you half dead on the side of the road, I took you in.
Nekome Nazi Hunter is a third-person action combat game where players control Vano Nestasu, a young Romani man seeking revenge after Nazi soldiers murder his family during World War II. Gameplay combines stealth, close-quarters combat, and environmental traps, while enemy patrols react dynamically to player actions. Combat includes melee attacks, parries, firearms, improvised weapons, and finishing moves. The game also uses fear and notoriety systems that change enemy behavior, causing soldiers to panic, hesitate, or retreat during encounters.
That rage can do to a man. It eats you alive. But I understand. The Nazis have taken everything from us. So go on, my boy. Kill them all.
1 мая 1986 года. Объект заказ 6. Системная проверка оборудования.
Fragmentary Order is a hardcore sci-fi tactical extraction shooter set in a future where warfare operates through corporations controlling clones and drones remotely. Players take part in high-risk missions across locations such as Mars and abandoned moon bases while securing resources and escaping alive. Gameplay combines PvPvE combat, tactical gunfights, and persistent progression through an upgradable home base. Dying during missions results in losing carried gear, placing strong importance on planning, survival, and successful extraction.
During the years of strife, many turned to the most primitive ways of solving problems. Everyone for themselves is what it was. We had to change it. It took many years and a lot of effort to make everyone come to terms, our terms. Not everyone agreed, and they suffered for it, but most took it as a salvation. A new world order was established.
The peace treaty is currently being concluded under the leadership of the Corps. with the help of core reestablishment structure. Although the land was tired to keep life on it. That's why Core created the purification program, and each of us can participate.
And then, the great industrialization began. A relentless process that endures to this day, forging a vast reservoir of innovation that propelled production volumes and quality to unprecedented heights. We had to move forward. The only logical solution to saving humanity was space and its resources. But we were barely ready for it. Yet, something happened.
Anomaly detected.
We appear to be...
Was it foreseen? Or was it a miracle? Only the forefathers know.
Atmospheric seal confirmed. Prepare for infill. Span out. Secure the perimeter. Target location is 200 meters ahead. Stand by. Stand by. Copy. I'm moving.
Fuck! Enemies in the building! Get to cover!
Our guidance made humanity united, gave them purpose, but did not remove the greed or old grudges. Yet, it gave just enough to make almost everyone move into the future. The new golden age of humanity has started. We have left our old cradle behind and head for the unknown. Ready and dedicated. We removed our old boundaries with advanced core technologies.
Striking contact. Battlecruiser 04.
We started the Renaissance to last forever.
Our knees! Lead us forward! Lead us!
Confirming backup trajectory for Mars Uno. We're maintaining 300,000 clicks trailing position as instructed. Established on the glide 4.4.
Copy, Buzzard. Priority vessel Mars Uno. Crane across.
Old disagreements, old ideologies. To contest that, humanity has risen to levels unreachable before.
No one expected them to act that way. When we were given the responsibility of developing this colony, no one expected those PCF thugs to start attacking everybody. I think they were happy before we came. Huh? We will pacify them. Our forces are more than capable. I'm sure of it.
We build a better place for us and future generations. We are the core that keeps you in belief.
They helped us build it. We didn't fucking do anything. Earn real money around the system sitting on a fucking island.
He's leaving the table. This is Kari, learn how to work.
We built the world on truth.
Units are being dispatched to contain the situation.
Decency. And faith in humanity.
Next time, order better toys. And mod some damn repent. Now get the fuck out of here.
Now is the time to wait and see. We will be here. Guiding, protecting. That is our mission.
TankRat is an action game set in a ruined wasteland where humans survive by transferring their consciousness into mechanical drones called shells. Players control Whitaker while switching between a fast needle drone and powerful tanks during combat and scavenging missions. Gameplay revolves around vehicular battles against corrupted drones and mech monsters, while collecting parts, weapons, armor, and technology from destroyed enemies. Players can rebuild and modify their machines between missions while traveling through dangerous areas affected by the reality warping shroud. Exodus is a sci-fi action RPG set 40,000 years in the future, where players control June Aslan, a traveler searching for technology linked to humanity's survival. Gameplay combines interstellar missions, companion-based combat, and exploration across different planets and civilizations. Players battle creatures, rival human factions, and evolve beings known as the Celestials, while using advanced remnant technology through a special gauntlet system. The game also uses time dilation mechanics, where actions during missions can change the future across multiple generations. Far Far West is a co-op shooter where players control robot cowboys taking bounty contracts across cursed desert regions filled with monsters, skeletons, storms, and ghost trains. Teams of up to 4 players can combine firearms, spells, perks, and abilities while fighting enemy waves and bosses during missions. Gameplay also includes loot collection, character customization, weapon upgrades, and different combat builds focused on healing, spell damage, or ranged attacks. Players can also customize mounts and equipment between contracts. Crathos Deep is a cosmic horror adventure game set beneath the Arctic Ocean, where players investigate the collapse of a hidden underwater research institute. Gameplay revolves around piloting a submarine across deep ocean regions while using an expeditionary drone to enter narrow tunnels, facilities, caves, and vents. Players will gather clues, solve mysteries, and navigate environmental hazards while uncovering information tied to the abandoned station. The drone also uses physics-based movement and mechanical tools to overcome obstacles in submerged areas.
You may discover things down here that clash with your view of the world. Things you'd like to dismiss or distance yourself from. If, or rather, when that happens, I must simply urge you to keep an open.
Darklight Survivor is an action roguelike survival game set across a shattered multiverse filled with cybernetic monsters and creatures from the Dark Void. Players travel aboard the Phantom Train while collecting energy needed to reach new universes and continue the search for Elysium. Gameplay allows players to switch between top-down and third-person perspectives during combat, while using ranged weapons, melee attacks, skills, and artifacts. The game also includes permanent upgrades, multiple classes, procedural progression, and different biomes with unique enemies and bosses. Deepest Fear is a sci-fi, horror, first-person shooter set inside an underwater facility where a hidden experiment threatens humanity. Players control Dr. Danny Carroll while fighting creatures that emerge from water sources throughout the environment. Gameplay combines shooting, exploration, puzzle solving, and interconnected Metroidvania-style progression inside flooded research areas. The game also uses real-time fluid simulation, allowing rooms to flood dynamically while water currents change combat situations, movement, and enemy encounters during exploration through the facility.
God damn it, Danny! Close those valves! Double time!
What the hell happened to these people?
Please! Oh God, help me!
What the hell have you people been doing down here? I thought you said there weren't any more survivors.
Nothing's changed. We stick to the plan.
This place is falling apart! Water's flooding in! Oh my god!
Shoot it!
Stay away from the water. They come from the water.
We got your location report. We are monitoring you in the operation zone. Good luck. Over.
Beautiful Light is a tactical PvP-VPVE extraction shooter where squads of 3 operators enter hostile areas to secure valuable artifacts and escape alive. Gameplay combines firefights against rival players, AI enemies, and player-controlled anomalies inside large multiplayer raids. Players can use weapons, gadgets, night vision tools, and an advanced inventory system while managing gear loss after death. The game also includes RPG-style progression through quests, traders, skill upgrades, and playable anomaly creatures with unlockable abilities and progression systems. Phantom Hellcat is an action slasher platformer where players control Jolene after demons abduct her mother from a mysterious theater linked to dangerous supernatural plays. Gameplay combines fast hack-and-slash combat, platforming, and boss fights across fantasy-themed stages, viewed through both 2D and 3D perspectives. Players can use magical masks that grant different abilities and upgrades during combat and traversal. The game also includes collectibles, hidden areas, replayable levels, and a skill tree that allows different combat strategies and progression paths. Negative Atmosphere is a third-person survival horror game set aboard the void ship Rusinov after an outbreak transforms crew members into violent creatures. Players control Chief Medical Officer Samuel Edwards while searching the ship for resources, fighting enemies, and trying to escape alive. Gameplay combines exploration, resource management, and combat against infected humans and unstable machines. Samuel can also repurpose medical drugs for healing, combat, or survival purposes. Player decisions affect Samuel's mental state, changing how he reacts to situations and events throughout the ship.
Out of here before something else breaks. Lights are back on, that's good.
Toxic atmospheric pollutant detected. Please evacuate sector and inform maintenance personnel.
Tropico 7 is a city-building and political simulation game where players return as El Presidente to manage and expand an island nation across multiple eras. Gameplay includes constructing cities, managing citizen needs, handling elections, controlling military forces, and dealing with political factions through a council system. The game also introduces terraforming mechanics that allow players to reshape terrain, create beaches, and build new islands. Players can manage sandbox maps, campaign missions, foreign relations, edicts, and economic systems while developing large archipelagos. Kumarn the Wandering Spirit is a horror adventure game inspired by Thai folklore, where players control a childlike spirit searching for a place to belong after being separated from his shrine. Gameplay combines stealth, puzzle solving, and platforming, while traveling through haunted villages, temples, and graveyards filled with dangerous ghosts. Players must avoid hostile spirits by using timing, environmental interactions, and careful movement. The game also includes a zebra companion that accompanies Kumarn throughout the supernatural world. The Guild Europa 1410 is a medieval economic and political simulation game where players build a dynasty through trade, business, management, and social influence. Players can choose professions such as blacksmith, tailor, or alchemist, while expanding workshops and controlling production chains. Gameplay also includes politics, bribery, blackmail, court cases, and criminal activities like theft or kidnapping. Players can compete or cooperate in multiplayer sessions with up to 12 people while managing family succession, rivalries, and control over growing cities.
But I decided to uphold the law. The town flourished with culture and business. But not everyone played fair. In the most unlikely of situations, I fell in love. Over the years, I secured my succession. And my hard work paid off. But Times were not always good. War and famine brought hardship. And hardship brought back my old enemy. I learned that politics is a dirty game, and even small crooks can become powerful. But I've always wanted justice. Which path will you choose?
In front, the newly introduced Army program, charmingly named War Mechanic, has been launched. The first operators are already managing their bases.
War Mechanic is an open-world action-adventure game set in an alternate 1950s where global conflict continues after World War II. Players control mercenary Jack Wallace while restoring an abandoned military base on the island of Nordhook. Gameplay combines resource gathering, crafting, combat, and base management while exploring regions filled with robots, mines, and hostile enemies. Energy management plays a major role, powering construction, workshops, and defenses. Players can also complete contracts, modify weapons, repair vehicles, and battle enemy groups and bosses.
Is this real? How can you define the boundary?
Focus.
Black State is a third-person action shooter where players investigate a mysterious event while rescuing captives connected to a secret scientific organization. Gameplay revolves around combat against hostile soldiers and robotic enemies using firearms, gadgets, close-range takedowns, and tactical movement. A major mechanic allows players to move instantly through portal doors that connect completely different locations without loading screens. The game also includes boss fights with unique attack patterns, slow-motion combat moments, and missions built around uncovering hidden information behind the disaster.
Roger that. Proceed with caution. Destination is unknown.
Right. Let's see where this leads. Inside a military base. Activating the map maker. Tell me what you can see.
Seems busy out there. Stealthy approach advised.
Too late.
Glory to the Heroes is a tactical military shooter set during the Russian-Ukrainian War with both single-player and PvPvE gameplay across real-world battle locations. Players take part in large-scale combined arms combat using infantry units, artillery, drones, armored vehicles, and trench warfare tactics. The game includes role-based squad systems with positions such as rifleman, medic, driver, and artillery operator. Gameplay also features realistic weapon handling, resource management, construction systems, injury treatment mechanics, dynamic weather, and story missions based on historical events.